Welcome, everyone. Welcome to this video. Welcome. May your day be filled with joy. May your heart be filled with love. Let us talk today a continuation on a video that we started a couple of weeks ago. That video was on self-regulation, what that is and why it's so important. And we discovered that self-regulation is about how to healthily work with your emotional guidance system, how to healthily process your emotions. How really in this world, none of us have really truly learned that. And we're all learning from scratch. And we get to learn that with one another. And that's really beautiful. And we all want to hold space for one another and have that space held. We all want these conscious relationships. But how do we achieve those? Well, it starts with that self-regulation from the video a couple of weeks ago. But let us continue this topic. For this truly is something which we call in so many ways. We are, like I mentioned a moment ago, all seeking that conscious relationship, whether that's with a friend or a lover or a sister or a brother or a father or a mother. We're seeking that conscious, that active, heart-based relationship. But until we learn to self-regulate and then to co-regulate, we're going to find it really challenging to feel safe and secure. So let us look just for a moment, just for a few moments here. What is co-regulation? It is when two people, when faced with a challenging emotion, when faced with a trigger, when faced with something that feels uncomfortable in the body, in the heart, in the mind, somewhere, it feels uncomfortable, there's a trigger arising. Instead of feeling like it is you versus them, you versus your beloved, or you versus your friend, or whomever, you recognize that this is simply an emotion, something guiding us to shift, to help us shift our thought, our focus, our perspective, so that we can create differently, so that we can create consciously, enjoy actively what it is that we truly want, rather than passively co-creating this universe from our subconscious. We want to consciously create it. So we realize that, when one of us is feeling an emotion, instead of reacting, instead of taking it personally, we can go, let's work together as a team to understand and unweave whatever it is that's coming up for you, because we believe that love really is the only truth here. So let us unweave this illusion that has started to appear. And so if, for example, you observe a friend or a lover or a family member or even a stranger experiencing something big, then we get the joys to turn around and go, wow, I can see that something is upsetting you. Sometimes it helps first to say, would you like me to listen? Or would you like me to help you fix? To help you problem solve? They're two different energies. That's the yin and that's the yin and yang, right? This is especially for someone that you don't necessarily go up to a stranger and say that. That's a bit strange, but with a partner or with a friend or someone that you genuinely want to work together with to overcome whatever the obstacle is, sometimes it can help to ask, how do you want me to respond here? But let's go back just a moment, because perhaps I missed a step or two. Because first, if we're not practicing self-regulation, self-observation, calming the mind and noticing our reactions in order to control them, then it's going to be very difficult when someone that we love has been triggered to not get reactive and defensive. We don't want to do that. That doesn't help anyone or anything. So what do? Well, we have to practice the self-regulation first, and the self-observation, the meditation. It's so important, the movement of the body to move stagnant things out, releasing the stagnant emotions, right? But once we start to get a handle on that just a little, When someone we love is upset and it might be directed towards us, we can go, oh, and not take it personally. We can go, ah, okay. It's okay. It's okay. I see that you're feeling a certain way. I want to reassure you right now that I'm witnessing your emotions, and they're valid and they're true. Because often we jump to kind of gaslighting one another. I'm sorry you feel that way. What a way to dismiss one another, right? So instead, we want to say, ah, help me understand how I made you feel. Help me understand how I made you feel. I'm sorry, that wasn't my intention. I can imagine why that's upsetting. That must be really hard to receive if that's how it felt to be received. That's not my intention. That wasn't what I meant with those words or that action. What can I do to make it right? And of course, when we do things like this isn't to say that we completely lax on our own values and our own morals and ethics and, and our inner boundaries and things like that. But if you're in a relationship and you genuinely care for one another, and this is a relationship that you're wanting to evolve into a conscious space, then we do want to be conscious of one another, right? We do want to know what makes someone tick, and we want to be aware of triggers and things that we're healing through. We want to be aware of that. So co-regulation is when one of us is in a grounded and centered space and the other one perhaps is triggered, and we are helping them acknowledge and realize the emotions that they feel without taking it personally. So they feel safe, they feel secure to speak about what it is that they need to without feeling pushed, without feeling prompted. They can speak about it and bring it up and feel safe to do so. This builds a secure relationship. And the real beauty of this, yes, it's a practice. Yes, it's an art form. Yes, it takes courage. But we can all do this. And how wonderful would it be to be on the receiving end of that if you're triggered, if you're upset? And instead of reacting or deflecting or dismissing or gaslighting one another, instead of doing any of those things, we go, oh, wow. Or we receive from someone that has triggered us, we go, or they say to us, oh, wow, I didn't realize that that's how that came across. I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. That wasn't my intention. How can I make it better? How can I make it right? Can I hear how that experience was for you? How nourishing would that feel? Right? So co-regulation is when two beings who they've practiced genuinely meditation, self-observation, self-regulation. They're coming from their hearts. And even though it might feel uncomfortable to hear how we've made another feel, we want to because we're not afraid to face the fear. We're not afraid to face the challenge. We're not afraid to face the conflict. We want to do that. We want to do that because you mean something to me. We want to do that because that's how we build a strong foundation. We want to go there. We want to go into those uncomfortable places because that's the only way that we're going to grow and grow together. So many of our relationships in this world right now, we've witnessed this over the past few months, have fallen away because we haven't had the courage to face, right, or embrace the pains of the heart and to let them alchemize and do what emotion is meant to do. And emotion is an alchemist if we let it complete its story, complete the process. It's a real wonderful ideal and a wonderful way that we are moving as we enter this era of conscious connection and a heart-based community. But this is where it starts. It starts with self-regulation, self-observation, like integrity, trust, building trust within self, building all those things within self, and then practicing that with a partner, with a friend, with everyone that you meet as many times as you can. Because once again, what you give out, you receive. When that is the energy you're cultivating, that when that is the energy that you're going forward with, that's what comes back. And that ripple effect, wow, it's ginormous. It's huge. It's ineffable. Can't comprehend it. We're in a really beautiful time right now. This is being recorded on the last day in November, and it's a really beautiful time right now. There's a massive shift in energy about to occur. And I think the Golden Ones, the Hyperboreans as well, are going to be sharing a little more about that through December. So do stay tuned. But for now, I send you so much love and I thank you for watching this video. And if it helped at all, please comment, please do share it. It's always wonderful to hear from you. And if you are looking for any one-to-one appointments, I do have December's calendar open for those solar acceleration appointments, which are so very popular. So around that 12/12 portal, we'll have a week of appointments. So if that calls to you, you know where to find them. Just go to aliceheath.com. It's always a joy to work with you live. And if those appointments do sell out, which they tend to fairly quickly, if they do sell out, then I still have the video guidance, the Arcturian, the Pleiadian star healing pods. And I do believe that we will have a December special where the Golden Ones and the Christed light. Yeshua is going to be offering also his own healing chamber. So that will be an honor to facilitate through December. So much love to each one of you. And let me know in the comments if there's a topic you want a video on. So much love. So many blessings. Bye for now.